Hey everybody, it's Kai from the Techno Funk Boy. So today we're going to take a listen to an old video game soundtrack that I have not heard before and react to it. For those who don't know, Techno Funk Boy, we are a synthwave, darkwave, very much gaming inspired band. We've done some covers of like Dragon Warrior and Mega Man and that sort of thing. Check the link below. We have some free music down there, so please do check that out. Goodness. So today we're going to be doing Pictionary for the NES. I didn't even know about this game, and I'm trying to watch a little gameplay to try to get like how do you do Pictionary for the NES, and I still really don't. So it's like it's like each level is like this really kind of a almost different style, like arcade type of style thing, but as you get points it kicks these pieces of the picture over to the other side of the screen where it's starting to fill in the picture. And I mean, and so like there's a platforming thing, and then there's kind of a shmup area, and it looks horrible. But I did look on this website, and it listed this as one of the more interesting video game soundtracks. So we're going to take a listen first to the title screen. Let's get this going. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that bass is really cool. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Because this melody's kind of garbage, but dang, the beat is sweet. I mean, the drums and that bass is just really driving. There's no reason that Pictionary should have this on a soundtrack. Okay, now that's nice. Okay, that's... Once we get into this part, it's kind of the guitar solo part. That's very smooth. So I'm going to jump back a little bit. All right. So right there, what we have is we have the square wave setting the riff, and then a high triangle wave mimicking it, and you can kind of hear the kind of the differences in the tone there, but it's adding a lot of depth into it. But then once the drums and the bass start, we're dropping that riff down into the bass, and it's really cool and driving. We're just check that part out. There's a dropping that triangle wave in the bass. That's smooth. Yeah, so that part's, I mean, it's filler. It's fine. That's cool. The little rhythm switch up there. This is so neat. Okay, we're gonna jump over to the drawing game. Okay, this is more in the style of what I was expecting for this game. Well, not anymore. I was gonna say chill, but then that's a neat effect. So this is like a more traditional just song for this game, but it's very much still in a very heavy rock style that I didn't expect. That's cool. This song I like a lot. Yeah. So yeah, it sounds like this breakdown is having a lot of like guitar influences. So I'm gonna try to find. Okay, so this guy who wrote this is Tim Fallon. And he did a lot of I was gonna say he did Echo the Dolphin. It's actually the fourth Echo the Dolphin. He did Silver Surfer. That also is a terrible game, but all right. Okay, so you know, like a lot of these really early video game composers were very much inspired by like rock power trios, and the reason for that is like you know they only had a certain number of tracks. You know, for a traditional NES, you basically have three tone tracks and then a sound effect track where you can throw in your drums. And so they drew a lot from it. Like how did these like these trios have such a punch to them? And so that's when you get to like Uematsu listening to Rush a lot and stuff like that. And that is so prevalent here, you know, very much so. We're going to go to the next track, the mini game number 1. The use of bass in here is really good. Now, you know, when we start getting into melodies, they pull the riff down in the bass, but it's used at particular moments. That's really, really nice. It gives it an extra punch instead of the bass just being driving the entire time. A lot of times the bass cuts out and lets other things take its place. Okay, so the bass line is really derivative, but again, the solos are really hip. Okay, we can jump over to minigame number 2. Okay, that's really interesting. That's, I mean, very, very jazz-inspired, prog rock inspired here. So, yeah, Tim Fallon is really good with the NES process, the music process here. I mean, his use of volume, his use of the sliding tones, all very, very good and all very appropriate. Okay. All right, we're getting very close to the end here. Just a couple of actually very short ones. This is Move Piece. This might be just a... Okay, now I need to figure out where this is in the game, because this just sounds... I mean, it says Move Piece, so I'm kind of wondering if like this is on the board moving the piece around, because this has a very cool kind of strut vibe to it, you know? This is something that you could just, kind of what I call traveling music in games, but you know, it's it's one of those songs that might be playing in a Quentin Tarantino film where the heroes are walking down the street with skinny ties and sunglasses on and they're just cool. That is a cool song. Last, this is called Just Congrats. So I guess this is into the game. This is very, very short, but you can hear, man, that bass. That's cool. That's very cool. This is a smooth soundtrack. I have no desire to play this game whatsoever, but this soundtrack is really good. Very pleasantly surprised. I mean, when you get to puzzle games, you're really looking for, music that it's almost elevator music of video games, right? It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fun, that's nice, it's boppy, it's hip, whatever, but it doesn't have a punch to it. These are puzzle games. I guess part of the incorporation of different styles of arcade-like games in this, are causing us to want to, add stuff to it. But even then, it's like, man, you'd almost be tempted to do a soundtrack here where you were like I don't know, I mean, like almost emulating the old arcade games that are just also still kind of very, very boppy, very energetic, but not having that edge to it that this soundtrack clearly does. So this is very, very smooth. This is definitely something that I'd listen to in my car, and I do listen to 8-bit music a lot in my car, but this is a lot of fun. So Pictionary, ladies and gentlemen, who knew, right? I don't know. Very, very cool stuff. I pulled these songs. I doubt that this soundtrack is available to purchase anywhere. I was pulling the tunes off YouTube. Man, if there's any, and I know there's so many rights to do, and I know there are companies that do this, but I would love for us to have put more of an effort into getting these soundtracks available for digital download for a few bucks. I mean, there's one of the great things about digital downloads is there's no material cost. There's so little upfront cost. It'd be so doable. And even if you don't make a ton off of it, the cost of actually doing it, the music's written, the music's done, just get a good version of it off the NES music chip and put it up, and people like me would just eat this stuff up. Especially, these songs. I mean, there's only 6 of these, and there's just a few minutes of music in it. So, I certainly wouldn't pay $10 for it, but I know a lot of people who would put down a couple bucks for this thing. So that is Pictionary. I really appreciate y'all watching. If this is the kind of stuff you dig, this is the first of these reaction videos that we are doing, and so if you do like it, please do give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe below, throw a comment in, tell a friend. All these things help me out a lot and let me know that this is the kind of thing you dig, and so we'll keep going. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.